So you're thinking of moving to Austin, Texas. Well, in today's video, we are actually going to be talking about a suburb of Austin. Today, we are talking about Round Rock, Texas. So let's go. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I hope y'all are having a beautiful day. In today's video, we are going to be talking all about Round Rock, and I'm excited because I actually love Round Rock. Round Rock is the town that I moved to when we first moved to the Austin area. It's where I went to high school, so I just adore Round Rock. I think it's the cutest little suburb. Now it's not so little, it's grown a ton. I was looking, let's see, so in 2000, the population was 62,691, and as of 2020, the population has grown to over 120,000 people. So, and I know it's grown in the last few years even more, so that's crazy. I just can't believe the growth that it's seen, but of course, it's no surprise considering how much Austin has grown, and because of affordability, a lot of people have moved to the suburbs, have moved to the outskirts of Austin. Round Rock is located 17 miles north of Austin and 10 miles south of Georgetown. So if you take 35 and you head north, you run straight into Round Rock. There's also the 45 toll, which will take you over to Cedar Park, Leander area. So I have a lot on the list, so let's get straight into it. And I'm gonna start with the pros first, because y'all know I love to start on a positive note. So the first thing I have on my list is low cost of living. So when you look at Round Rock, it has a relatively low cost compared to the nation. Now, of course, we've seen a lot of growth in the last 10, 20 years in Round Rock. So it's not as affordable as it used to be, but it still is more affordable than other areas, especially the city of Austin. The median sales price in Round Rock is actually $436,000, which is down 12%. The average days on market for Round Rock is 84 days. That's also up from 55 days. And of course, 2022, that was much, much lower. And then as far as inventory goes, the months of inventory is 2.6. So a lot more inventory available in the Round Rock area, a lot more opportunities for buyers, just like in the other suburbs near Austin and City of Austin as well. When we compare that to the City of Austin, the median sales price for City of Austin was $530,000. So Round Rock is definitely a popular option for people that are, just kind of wanting to be close to Austin, but maybe they want, a better deal and more for their money. Okay, and the next thing I have on my list is a strong economy. The city has a strong and growing economy with major employers like Dell, Round Rock Independent School District, and St. David's Medical Center. So we've seen a lot of growth in the area over the years. Dell is one of the bigger employers located in Round Rock off of A.W. Grimes near 45. Dell employs about 16,000 people. There's also other major retailers like IKEA, there's the Round Rock Premium Outlet, and then there's also La Frontera, which is a mixed-use development that has a bunch of commercial businesses, restaurants, shopping, there's apartments, there's just a ton in that area, and so that has helped the Round Rock area grow from like this tiny, cute little town into this booming suburb of Austin. So number 3 on my list is great schools. So Round Rock is home to Round Rock Independent School District, which is a highly rated school district in the state of Texas. Of course, there are other charter schools and private schools available in the Round Rock area, but many people come to Round Rock, many families come to Round Rock because of the schools. Because of the growing population, Round Rock has had to increase the number of schools that it has. In around 99-2000, I can't remember the exact year, they added on Stony Point High School, and then in 2010, they added Cedar Ridge High School into the district, and it's been growing ever since. From 2010, here we go. The average SAT score was 1628, whereas the state average was 1462, and the national average was 1509. The average ACT score was 24.1. RRISD received the highest possible rating, exemplary, for 25 of its schools, the highest number of any suburban district in Central Texas. So it is definitely a popular school district, and for good reason. Another cool thing about education, specifically higher education, is that there is a Texas State Round Rock campus located in North Round Rock off of University Boulevard. So they have several programs there, online programs, just a bunch of options available. In fact, one of my little cousins, she's going to Texas State for the first couple years, and then her last 2 years she'll be finishing at the Round Rock campus, which is so cool that that is available. Okay, and number 4 on my list is outdoor activities. So Round Rock is home to a ton of parks and trails. One of the big ones is Old Settlers Park. It's grown a ton since I was in high school. It's totally different than what it used to be, but it's over 600 acres of land, and most of it are sports complexes. So there's soccer fields, you know, there's baseball fields, spaces like pavilions and things that you can utilize. Of course, there's community events that happen in Old Settlers Park. There is a new playground, there's Rock and River Water Park, there's just all sorts of things that happen in Old Settlers. And then also nearby, there's the Dell Diamond, which houses the Round Rock Express minor league baseball team. Super fun place to go hang out with friends and family and see a baseball game. They do fireworks. It's just a super fun event for the whole family. There's also the Kalahari Resort, which is an amazing resort, so hotel. There's an indoor water park. There's an indoor adventure park, which has all these different attractions. Of course, there's like an outdoor pool space there. And then there's also really fun things for adults. So there's like a piano bar, different bars that you can go to inside. It's just a super cool space right in our backyard. So definitely something that you want to check out if you're ever visiting the Round Rock area. Okay, and then number 5 on my list is a family-friendly community. No matter what your family may look like, I feel like it's just a really friendly and inviting community. There's always things going on, community events, you know, like parades downtown. There's just a ton of stuff to do in Round Rock, and I think is what remains so charming about it. As I mentioned, I lived there, you know, when I was in high school for many years, and it has grown so much. Like the downtown area looks so different. There's all these businesses downtown. So that's one of the things that I love is that there is a thriving little downtown community. There's a little splash pad downtown. You know, there's all these little bars that have opened up, little boutiques. So it's just really fun. That they've utilized that space and that the downtown area hasn't died. And even though it's a small town, you know, there's a lot to do right in the community. I feel like other suburbs, they didn't do a great job with planning the communities before it kind of blew up, whereas I feel like Round Rock has done a really good job with their city planning. Like they've been really thoughtful about that. Of course, no city is perfect, but when you compare it to some of the other suburbs, there's just a lot more going on so that you don't have to go to nearby cities to have a good time. You know, you don't have to go all the way into Austin to go to a restaurant or go to good restaurants. You don't have to go to downtown Austin if you want to go to a bar. There's a lot in Round Rock itself, and you don't have to drive far to enjoy those things. So that's one of the things that I really love about Round Rock. I think they're doing a really good job of that, and I look forward to what else happens in the area and the growth that they're gonna see, because I know it's gonna continue growing over the next 10, 20, 30 years. I've looked at some of the documents from the city and their long-range development plans, and there's some really cool things coming in the future. And of course, they expect that the population will continue to increase, just like Austin and the other surrounding areas. So there's gonna be some exciting things coming. One of the big things that they are planning for is a mixed-use development similar to the Domain. We're starting to see a lot of those pop up around Austin. So they're working on one on the northeast side of Austin called East Village. There's also one coming up in Leander called Northline Leander that's currently being built. So the district is going to be like those spaces. It's going to be a mixed use development that's going to have, I think, like 1,600 apartments available. There's going to be office spaces, retail spaces, park spaces. I'm sure there will be an area where they'll be able to have concerts and different things like that for residents to enjoy. So that's going to be super cool. I can't wait for that space to begin. Okay, so those are the pros. Let's move on to the cons. So the first thing I have on my list is traffic congestion. Like many cities in Texas, Round Rock experiences a lot of traffic, and I actually used to commute from Round Rock into Austin, actually a couple locations. At one point I had a job off 45th, and then I had another job that was off of 29th, and I used to commute there all the time. It wasn't that bad. Of course there was traffic, but over the years the traffic has gotten worse and worse just as Austin has grown. And so Like I said before, Round Rock is, if you go north on 35, you hit Round Rock. So you're gonna see a lot of that traffic on 35. It used to be that if you took Mopac, it wasn't as bad, but Mopac has gotten worse and worse over the years, but it's still, to me, not as bad as 35. So depending on where you work, you know, you can take Mopac. When I lived in Round Rock, I would take Round Rock to the 45 toll, and then I would go over to Mopac, and then I would get to, you know, my job in Austin. So those are definitely the options, but you know, I know a lot of people work from home now. There's a little bit, some employers have a little bit more flexibility with hours. If you can avoid traveling during those peak times, then that is definitely gonna be a wise decision. So yeah, but traffic congestion is definitely a problem in Round Rock. It's pretty crazy around that 45, 35 area. Okay, the second thing I have on my list is hot summers, or the weather. Summers in Round Rock can be extremely hot and humid. Now, I do say that with a caveat though, because a lot of people say that it's humid, and of course if you're coming from California or something, you may think that the Austin area is humid. But to me, it is not humid. I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas. That is humid. When I go to Corpus, my hair is like, so to me, it does not feel humid here. But of course it depends on the climate that you're coming from. But it is very hot. We had record temperatures last year in the summer. I don't even know how many days it was. I wanna say it was like over 50 days of, let me look it up. Okay, so in 2022, we had 52 days of triple digit temperatures. 52 days of triple digit 52 days of triple digit temperatures. Try to say that 3 times. It was hot, very hot. So Round Rock is hot, you know, it's just one of those things. It is hot here, it is Texas. So you either have to travel and go somewhere that's cooler, maybe go to California or something, or you're gonna be in the AC, or you're just gonna have to be in a body of water. It just is what it is. So, I mean, I was pregnant when I had my son. I was pregnant in the middle of summer, and I just stayed indoors all the time, or I went swimming, or, you know, to cool off. So number 3 that I have on my list is limited public transportation. So that's kind of a given for Austin. We don't have the best transportation in Austin. Well, there are buses, you know, there are limited public transportation options other than that. So it's not a very robust system. It's not set up in a great way to travel to other areas. Whereas like Leander has a train that you can utilize to go into Austin, which it's not the best, but there is an option. There's not an option in Round Rock for that, which is kind of surprising because Round Rock is, I don't know, is bigger and it would benefit a lot of people, but they didn't put that in with like city planning. So I don't know if there's anything planned for the future with that, but currently there's nothing like that in Round Rock. Again, it's Texas, so most people do have cars, but if you don't have a car, then you know it is gonna be a lot more difficult to get around, specifically to get into the city, you know. Okay, the other thing I have on my list is limited nightlife, and I kind of say this with a grain of salt because it really depends on like what you're interested in, of course, and what you like to get into, the kinds of places you like to go. But you know, it is a smaller town, so there are a good selection of restaurants and bars. It's just not known for like its nightlife scene. You know, most people, like when I was younger and I was in the bar scene, I would go to downtown Austin. I mean, we never went to Round Rock. You know, now that I'm at a different stage of life, going to downtown Round Rock would be perfectly fine for me. Just go to like one place that has live music, maybe go to a couple places that, you know, make some good cocktails, and I'm good to go. It just depends on what you're interested in and what season of life you're in. But I know this is supposed to be the con section, but I actually think that downtown Round Rock has, you know, kind of come up on the things that they offer. There's a lot more things available, a lot more little bars. There's a little piano bar downtown that offers salsa lessons, which I have actually been wanting to check out for quite a while. I actually went to eat with my family a few months ago, and we went to a great restaurant downtown, and then there was some live music, you know, at a place a couple bars down, and we checked that out, and it was so fun. So I know this is the cons list, but I can't help but make it positive. Sorry, you guys. Okay, and then the last thing that I have on my list is limited cultural amenities. So while there's, you know, like I said, there's a lot of community activities, there's restaurants, there's bars, there's shopping, there's different things like that. There's not a lot of like cultural institutions in Round Rock that you can visit. There's not a ton of museums. It's not known for like its art and culture scene at all. Yeah, if you want to get into that, you're definitely going to have to go into Austin. You could go to San Antonio, just kind of experience some of the larger cities of Texas, because Round Rock just doesn't have that available. Okay guys, that's all I've got. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. I hope this was helpful to you. If you're curious about Round Rock, maybe you've been thinking about it, wanting to learn about it. I love Round Rock. I think it's an adorable community. I actually tell my husband all the time, if we ever moved, I would consider moving back there because they've just got a lot going on, and I think it's a really cute town. If you have any questions at all, I have my email in the description. You can drop me a line, or of course you can leave a comment below. If you are thinking of moving to the Austin area, whether it be in the next 30, 60, 90 days, let me know. I would absolutely love to be a resource for you, and I would love to help you in the process. So definitely reach out. Thank you so much again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay connected with me. And I will see y'all very soon in the next video. Bye.